You got it. Go right ahead and turn it off. I'll put some background music to this anyway. Anyway, folks, it's now the 14th of November, a Friday night, 5:56 p.m. Well, of course, you're looking at Messier 31. We have high, thin clouds, but there's few opportunities with decent weather to continue with the NGC series. We're going to head right to it because sometimes this time of year, I can have as many as 50 different studies that I have to capture over less than hopefully a 30-minute time frame. So there's our initial view, 5 seconds of Messier 31, 32, and 110. Okay, now we're off to the first NGC study of the evening is NGC 100, a galaxy in Pisces, magnitude 13.3, but this is an extraordinary galaxy. Very rare to get a 13.3 magnitude galaxy that is actually 5.7 arc minutes in length. It's a beautiful edge-on galaxy, as you can see. Incredible. 47 million light years distant. It's a class spiral C, which means it doesn't have much of a core, 3 times removed from lenticular, which is a fully mature spiral. We're at right ascension 24 minutes 2 seconds with a declination of plus 16 degrees, 29 minutes and 9 seconds. Let's go to our 150x view, and apparently there is another galaxy right there, several more in the field. Astonishing view. Hope you enjoy it. I am going to adjust the histogram a little bit to bring it out more aesthetically, and that is our beauty, NGC 100. We're now on to NGC 102. I skipped 101. It was too far south at minus 32 degrees. This is a galaxy in Cetus the Whale, magnitude 14, 1 by 0.7 arc minutes. What you'd expect out of a magnitude 14 galaxy, about 1 arc minute in length. Spiral with a bar, and it's a lenticular with a class lowercase a, so slightly immature compared to most lenticulars. 327 million light years distant, meaning it's about the size of our own Milky Way galaxy. You can see a satellite progressing across the field. At least that's what we assume it is. We're at right ascension 24 minutes 36 seconds with a declination of minus 13 degrees 57 minutes 24 seconds. I can adjust the histogram a little bit, but that will darken the field. It does present itself a little more ably. Okay, we're now on to NGC 105. There was a cluster in Cassiopeia, but it was too far north. Remember, I only cover from 30 degrees minus to about 40 degrees plus, but sometimes I can get as far up as 45 to 48. We have the galaxy in Pisces, magnitude 13.2, 1.1 by 0.7 arc minutes, spiral with a lowercase ab, 231 million light years distant. Look for it on the screen. Right ascension 25 minutes 16 seconds with a declination of plus 12 degrees 53 minutes 2 seconds. The galaxy is quite present on the screen. Let's run it up to 150x and get that view. Look at the core, look at the aura around the core, look at the nice delineated frontier. A very nice view of a 13.2 magnitude galaxy in Pisces. Now we're off to NGC 106, another galaxy in Pisces, but below the celestial equator. Magnitude 15.1, so this is a fainty, but that's probably its blue-violet. Anything above 14th magnitude typically is photographic magnitude, which underestimates the brightness by usually from anywhere from 0.5 to 1 magnitude. 106, 0.9 by 0.7 arc minutes. It's a spiral with a lowercase c, so don't look for much of a core here, although I do believe we're seeing another galaxy in the field we could easily mistake for it. We're at right ascension 24 minutes 43 seconds with a declination of minus 5 degrees 8 minutes 57 seconds. And this galaxy is 273 million light years distant, so probably around 70,000 light years in diameter. No doubt we'll be going to this galaxy soon, but I do believe this is our sweetie right here. Let's get that 150x view. We're now on to NGC 107, another galaxy in Cetus, magnitude 16, probably magnitude 15. I do believe we're seeing it right there near a bright star. Notice the cross-hatching on the star. That means I got the collimation pretty well because those are the spider veins causing diffraction in the field. It's zero point 0.9 by 0.6 arc minutes, spiral with a lowercase bc, 2.5 times removed from mature lenticular, 279 million light years distant, maybe 70,000, 75,000 light years in diameter. We're at RA 2542 with a declination of -8, 1702. Let's go ahead and push it up a little bit before I bail on me and you. On to NGC 108, a galaxy in Andromeda. Beautiful sky background because it's further north. Magnitude 12.1, 2 by 1.6 arc minutes. Spiral with a bar, and it's 1/2 time removed from lenticular. 216 million light years distant means it's about 125,000 light years in diameter. Look at that nice. It looks edge on. That is very peculiar, and it has an aspect ratio of more like 1 to 0.8. This could be our galaxy, but it's got to be it for the magnitude. But boy, that is very peculiar. It does say it's a bar, a capital B, which means it only has 2 spiral arms, so that may account for it. Okay, we're off to NGC 109, a galaxy in Andromeda, magnitude 13.7, 1.1 by 1, so it's pretty much face on. Spiral with a bar, so look for a lengthened nuclei, and a lowercase a, so only 1 time removed from lenticular, 250 million light years distant. RA 26 minutes 14 seconds with a declination of plus 21 degrees, 48 minutes 25 seconds. There seems to be a galaxy group here. Ooh, this may be our baby here at 13.7. So we probably will be revisiting this part of the sky, backing out to 150X. NGC 112, galaxy in Andromeda, magnitude 13.5, 2 to 1 aspect ratio of 1 to 0.5. It's a spiral C. Here's probably our galaxy there, which means 3 times removed, not much of a nucleus, 290 million light years distant, probably puts it about 80,000 light years in diameter. RA 2648 with a declination of plus 31 degrees, 42 minutes and 11 seconds. Here's our 150X view of a nice edgy on presented spiral galaxy. Okay, here we are with NGC 113, galaxy in Cetus. Not a bad background sky for further south. Magnitude 13.5, 1.4 by 1 arc minute. It is a fully mature spiral, lenticular class O, 194 million light years distant, maybe 60,000 light years in diameter. Let's see if we can turn it up with some magnification. We're at right ascension 26 minutes 54 seconds, and there's our galaxy. It just popped up. And we are at -2 degrees, 30 minutes and 3 seconds. Pushing it up to that 150X view and then bailing. NGC 114, another galaxy in Cetus. Look for it. Magnitude 13.7, 0.8 by 0.7 arc minutes. I think we're seeing it right about there. Spiral with a bar and lenticular class, 181 million light years distant, so it's kind of a smallie, maybe 50,000 light years in diameter. Right ascension 2658 with a declination of -1 degrees, 47 minutes, 9 seconds. Here is our 100X view of NGC 114. NGC 116, another whale-swallowed galaxy. Magnitude 14.5, 0.8 by 0.4, 2 to 1 aspect ratio. I think it's pretty present right there on the screen. Spiral the lowercase a, so once removed from lenticular, 341 million light years distant, maybe 80,000 light years in diameter. RA 27 minutes 5 seconds with a declination of -7, 40 minutes and 8 seconds. Pushing it up, here's our 150X view. Here we're at NGC 117, and guess what constellation it is in? The one hungry whale. It's probably our galaxy right there. Magnitude 14.3, 0.7 by 0.4 arc minutes. Spiral with a lowercase a, 242 million light years distant, another kind of dwarfish galaxy. RA 2711 with a declination of +1 degree, 20 minutes, 1 second, almost into Pisces, the fishes. And there's our view. Another galaxy there, here a galaxy, there a galaxy, everywhere a galaxy, galaxy. NGC 118, and I'm not even going to ask you to guess on this one. There's another brighter galaxy there, but I believe this is our 14th magnitude 118. 0.7 by 0.5 arc minutes, a compact galaxy, which basically means a lot of star stuffing in that baby. 502 million light years distant, 500 million light years. And how old is the light we're seeing here, Owen?
500 million.
500 million. You got to get your zeros right. We're at 2716 with a declination of minus 146.47. Pushing it up. I do want to try to capture those 150x views right there. NGC 120 in the whale. Magnitude 13.4. 1.5 by 0.6 arc minutes. So a suboblate galaxy. And there's another one there that has nice spiral arms that looks face on. But I don't think that's our galaxy. Here is our galaxy. It's 181 million light years distant, spiral with a bar lenticular class, right ascension 2730, a declination of minus 130.48. And there's our view. Oh, we're seeing extensions right there on this galaxy. NGC 124, I do believe it's right there. We're going to have to zoom in a little bit for me to center it. It's a magnitude 13, 1.4 by 0.8 arc minutes, spiral with a lowercase c, so not much of a core, although it does look a little star-like. 181 million light years distant, maybe 70,000 light years in diameter. Right ascension 27 minutes 52, pretty much right next to the celestial equator at minus 1 degree 48 minutes 38 seconds. Pushing up the magnification to get all the light, and there is our view. A little brighter to the south. All right, now we're up into Pisces for this galaxy right here, and you can tell this is the one because I'm going to tell you it's an NGC 125, magnitude 12.1, 1.8 by 1.6 arc minutes, so pretty much face on, spiral with lowercase a, and it has a ring. Look for that ring, which means the spiral arms have wrapped completely around, although it's too edge on to see the ring. 240 million light years distant. It's at right ascension 28 minutes 50 seconds with a declination of plus 2 degrees 50 minutes 19 seconds. Let's go up to 150x. It does have several neighbors. Okay, we're into the second half of the NGC series. We're at NGC 126. We're now 13 minutes into our video. It's a galaxy in Pisces, magnitude 14.2, 0.8 by 0.4 arc minutes, kind of small for a 14th magnitude. Spiral with a bar, lenticular class, and that explains it because lenticulars have compressed more due to star formation. 191 million light years distant, right ascension, 29 minutes, 8 seconds with a declination of plus 2 degrees, 48 minutes, 38 seconds. That was that second galaxy we saw in the field here. Although this is west, so it doesn't make sense. Maybe it's, no. Okay. 0.8 by 0.4, bright is not likely to be it. Anyway, we may have confused the last two galaxies. We'll just have to check it online to make sure which is which. Okay, we're on to NGC 127, another galaxy in the same field in Pisces. However, it's magnitude 15.3, very faint. Largish, though, 0.8 by 0.5 arc minutes, a lenticular spiral, 182 million light years distant, which means it's probably around 50,000 light years in diameter, half the size of our Milky Way, at 29 minutes and 12 seconds. Declination of plus 2, 52, 20. Let's see if we can pick it out in the field at 150x. Probably that baby right there. So maybe we're going to get this galaxy next. So maybe our initial elliptical was that one. Okay, we're on to that edge-on galaxy, which was further east, NGC 128. It's a beauty, sweet, in Pisces, magnitude 11.8. You don't get many below magnitude 12 in the skies. 2.8 by 0.9 arc minutes. It's a spiral of lenticular class with peculiarities, which means it's interacting with neighboring gravitational fields, forming probably star formation regions. This is our 150x view, and that's probably its neighbor that's causing the peculiarities. It's at 29 minutes 15 seconds with a declination of +2, 51.50. Okay, we're on to NGC 130, another galaxy in Pisces. It is in the neighborhood of that edge-on galaxy, so we have got a galaxy group. Magnitude 14.9, 0.7 by 0.4 arc minutes. Probably this baby right here. Lenticular spiral, 204 million light years distant. Right ascension 2918, declination +2, 52 minutes and 13 seconds. We'll zoom in and get another one of those nice looks at that edge-on galaxy plus its NGC 130 neighbor. Off to NGC 132, a galaxy in Cetus. And it's probably this one right here. Yes, indeed, because it is a galaxy. It's magnitude 12.6, 1.9 by 1.5 arc minutes. Spiral with a bar, lowercase bc, 2.5 times removed from lenticular, 240 million light years distant. Right ascension, we're now into a half an hour and 10 seconds with a declination of +2 degrees, 5 minutes and 34 seconds. There's our 150x view and out. Okay, looks like we've got some kind of a vapor trail at NGC 135, galaxy in Cetus, magnitude 15.9. Could make it rather difficult to make this one out. Between being further south and this vapor trail, there is a galaxy present right here. 15.9, face on 0.5 by 0.5, just called a spiral, 323 million light years distant, so roughly maybe 40,000, 50,000 light years in diameter. It's at right ascension 31 minutes 46 seconds with a declination of -1320/16. I'll go ahead and just pro forma and push the magnification up and then bail. NGC 137, a galaxy in Pisces, magnitude 12.8. Boy, that looks rather faint for 12.8 in my estimation. 1.3 by 1.3 arc minutes also looks a little distended. Maybe we're looking at the wrong galaxy, but 12.8. It's a lenticular spiral, 238 million light years distant, maybe 70,000 light years in diameter. RA 30 minutes 58 seconds with a declination of +10 degrees, 12 minutes 29 seconds. Here's our view on the way out. Off to NGC 138 with a nice brightest, probably 8th magnitude star in the field. Ooh, there's a galaxy there, but it's awfully faint. Let's see if it matches. No, it does. No, here's our galaxy right here. NGC 138 in Pisces, magnitude 13.6, 1.3 by 0.6 arc minutes. Works for me, but there's another galaxy there. Spiral with a lowercase a. 531 million light years distant means this baby's larger than our own Andromeda galaxy, which we showed at the beginning of this video. 30 minutes and 59 seconds right ascension with a declination of +5, 09, 34. Let's push it a little bit and then bail. NGC 139 probably shares the field with 138. It's a little fainter though. Galaxy in Pisces, magnitude 14.3 and smaller, 0.8 by 0.5 arc minutes. Spiral with a bar and a lowercase ab. It's probably, there's several galaxies here. Confirming it would require going to adventuresindeepspace.com and read some of Steve Gottlieb's excellent descriptions of the fields. That is really helpful in actually turning the galaxies up. This is probably our last one here. This may be our next one, 139. Right ascension, 31 minutes 6 seconds with a declination of +5 degrees, 4 minutes, 42 seconds. Let's get that nice high magnification look at the field of several galaxies present. NGC 141, galaxy in Pisces, magnitude 15.5, 0.8 by 0.6, really distant, spiral with peculiarities, 525 million light years distant. Right ascension 3117 with a declination of 5 degrees positive, 10 minutes and 45 seconds. I hope you didn't hear our comments in the background, but if you did, I'll probably just edit them out anyway. Okay, not a vapor trail. This is just the east-west progression of the power lines we're looking through right now, reflecting local light sources that I left on in the porch, but aren't usually a factor. So here we are at NGC 142, which I forgot to project because we got all caught up in discovering it was the power lines. Oh yeah, I kept thinking that was... Anyway, 142, we're really botching this thing here, putting letters in instead of numbers. NGC 142 is a galaxy in Cetus, magnitude 13.8, 1.1 by 0.6 arc minutes, spiral with a bar, 358 million light years distant, means it's a little larger than our own galaxy, about 100,000 light years. Right ascension, 31 minutes, 8 seconds, with a declination of minus 22.3709. Peering through the power line, we see that whatever we're seeing. Okay, more chemtrails.
More power lines.
Yeah. NGC 143 is a galaxy in Cetus, magnitude 14.41 by 0.2 arc minutes. It is going to be a nice edgy-on galaxy. Pick one out here. There's a number of them here. This looks pretty edgy-on. Spiral with a bar, lowercase b, 358 million light years distant, probably a little larger than our own Milky Way. Right ascension 3115 with a declination of minus 22 degrees, 33 minutes and 37 seconds. Did I take it up to 150x? Just did. There you go. Okay, more NGC 144, galaxy in Cetus, magnitude 13.7, part of that galaxy group, obviously. Spiral with a lowercase c, so not a fairly diffuse core, 362 million light years distant. They should all be roughly the same distance if they're actually part of a group. I'm not sure because I don't remember them all, but I think it's about right. Right, RA 3120 with a declination of minus 22 degrees, 38 minutes, 45 seconds. Here is our 150x view. Okay, here we have NGC 145, and I believe this will be it right here, unless it doesn't match the data. Galaxy in Cetus, 12.7 magnitude, 1.8 by 1.5. Spiral with a bar and lowercase d. It's being disturbed. 185 million light years distant, about the size of our own Milky Way, maybe a little larger. RA 3145 with a declination of minus 5 degrees, 9 minutes, 12 seconds. No chemtrails here. We need to get down to minus 22 for that. Okay, I broke my rule here. We've gone a little further north than I usually go, but that's because this is a satellite galaxy, NGC 147, seen in the bottom of the screen there. I've also, because we're getting some aperture block, I decided to double the exposure time to 10 seconds, and I've had to play with the histogram, of course. Let's see if we can bring it out a little bit better. 147 is a galaxy in Cassiopeia, magnitude 9.5, but very large, 13.5 by 8.2 arc minutes. It's a disturbed elliptical, 2.4 million light years distant. Most of the Andromeda galaxies are about that distance. A family of galaxies. Right ascension is 33 minutes, 11 seconds, but its declination is much further north than I usually go, plus 48 degrees, 30 minutes, 27 seconds. But it's not culminating, so we're not losing too much aperture. And usually I will push it up to about that if we're pre-culminatory. We're looking at a faint, large satellite galaxy of the great Andromeda galaxy. Okay, it's our last galaxy in the 100 to 149 series, our last study. And the study we're looking at here, we're back to 5-second exposure. And that study is NGC 149, a galaxy in Andromeda, magnitude 13.7, 1.2 by 0.7 arc minutes. It's a lenticular spiral, so a fully mature spiral galaxy about ready to head into the elliptical region, which would be less of a lens and more like a football. 1.2 by 0.7 arc minutes, 218 million light years distant. Right ascension, 33 minutes, 50 seconds with a declination of plus 30 degrees, 43 minutes and 22 seconds. And I think I'm going to go out on NGC 185, that brighter satellite galaxy, because if we're going to get a view of it all, we got to get it soon. There's our 150x view. Okay, I decided we're going to have another look because of the blockages and the fact that the Andromeda Cassiopeia is getting so far north. I thought I would go ahead and capture NGC 185 as well. The fourth satellite galaxy, 31, 110, 147, and 185. Actually, Andromeda Galaxy has over 20 known satellite galaxies. This is one of the brighter and larger ones. Magnitude 9.2, 12.5 by 10.4 arc minutes. It's a disturbed elliptical, closer than 147, 2.1 million light years distant. I'm actually doing this view at 5 seconds. It's not bad despite the block. 38 minutes, 57 seconds with a declination of plus 48 degrees, 20 minutes and 13 seconds. I am going to Carpe Noctem out on this. However, we're going to go and see if there's some Messier up there that we might want to look at. All right, you Messier files, you know what this baby is. It is the third largest galaxy in the local group of galaxies, otherwise known as the Triangulum Galaxy, or Messier 33. It's about, I'll give you the data on it so you can understand it. Galaxy in Triangulum, magnitude 5.7, but huge. 68 arc minutes by 41. So when we go back out here, 20%, this galaxy actually has a measured size that almost fills this field of view. We're seeing the core with spiral arms out to about here. This is probably some 25, 30 arc minutes in size. The galaxy actually continues out here. We're actually seeing some globular cluster and star formation regions in the galaxy. Unfortunately, when you operate at 20x, you're not getting full light gathering capability, so 30x, and now we've doubled it up. We're at about 75x. You can see we're starting to resolve all kinds of texture in the Triangulum Galaxy. Here we're now pushing it pretty much out to, look at the star forming region here, it's really intense. We're pushing it out so that we're just about going to encapsulate the field of view that we originally got of the Triangulum Galaxy. We're now 28 minutes into this video, AstroVid. Here is a fabulous view of the Triangulum Galaxy. And with that, I am going to say, together with me, Carpe Noctem. Carpe Noctem. Seize the night.